Yeah, so we're finally coming into Havre, Montana, and we're way on the outskirts, I think, right now from the downtown area and the train station. This is a big train town, and it was originally called, was it Bullhook Bottoms?
Bullhook Bottoms.
Bullhook Bottoms. And it was incorporated in 1891, 93. It's about 9,000 people now. And like I said, it's got a huge train yard here. This is a very important hub for the railroad. We're going to head into the downtown now. I'd said I was going to do something maybe special here, but we called ahead and they do not allow video. You can take stills, but no video. And I'm terrible trying to put together a video with stills. So, and what it was they had this underground city here, and it goes back at least to the early turn of the century, 1900, from 1800.
Havre beneath the streets.
Yeah, but there were brothels down there. There were opium dens. They've used it for smuggling, alcohol during Prohibition. And apparently what was kind of funny, in 1904, most of the town was wood structures. And they had a fire, all the wood structures are next to each other. Pretty much the whole town goes, as we've, heard about in other places. And the legitimate businesses all moved down into the tunnels down underneath the town until the new brick buildings were built. So I thought it was kind of funny.
They probably thought it was funny too.
Yeah, they probably thought it was funny too. Got Vic's Casino coming up. That's one of the things I remember. And there's Amtrak. Yeah, the Amtrak train just came in. We knew it was coming soon, but we weren't sure when. All right, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to stop up here, check out the station, go up there, and
here's the statue of James J. Hill.
Yeah, guy who built the Empire Builder. And Carol's just getting a video of that, sort of. And pull over here and go check out the station. So I'll come out here in a minute and look at this stuff. I'm going to go in since Amtrak is here, but you can see the Great Northern Railway sign. So this is a pretty old station. That's a nice station here. It's not the real old style. Can't believe she's calling out every stop that the train makes along the way.
And having ready for standing by the conductor. Thank you for choosing Amtrak.
Little Amish here, or Mennonite. It's one of the things I found a lot as you ran into
Or so on.
you ran into a lot of Amish and Mennonites on the train. All right, I've been having trouble with the camera, so I don't know what I've gotten and what I haven't, so I'm doing this again. But this is the statue of James J. Hill, the founder of the Empire Builder. Yeah, so 1838 to 1916. And I think I mentioned that if you hadn't watched an earlier video, that he was born basically in poverty, or his dad died when he was younger and they ended up in poverty in Ontario, Canada. And then he moved to St. Paul and he was working on steamships on the docks, from what I understand. And then he ended up owning some steamship companies and then built a railroad. So he started the Great Northern, or was in charge of it. I can't remember if he started it or not. And then he decided he wanted to go from St. Paul to the Pacific Northwest. So he started building it, but he built it all on his own funds, essentially. However, railroads build a lot on land grants. So he bought up defunct or disorganized railroads along the way across. Some of those had land grants, which really helped finance the rail because they could sell the land, you know, to settlers and to businesses and such like that. And anyway, he finished it, and I think it was inaugurated in, it was 1939, or was it 19? Well, it says he died in 1916, so it had to be, I would assume it was before 1916. Anyway, I think 1939 might have been when they named it the Empire Builder after him. But I may have my dates all messed up now because we got rid of our little marker about it. But maybe we'll walk downtown a little. Except that we have some horrendously big black, oh, they're passing us. All right. So yeah, you always see these casinos across from the railway stations in Montana, and I've eaten in that one. We're going to walk downtown. There's supposed to be some indications of the old underground city here, so we'll go up here and see what we can find. Yeah, so I don't know if this is maybe where you register to go into the underground. And like I said, that's what I was hoping to do, but $17 and they won't let me video, so it's interesting. Petroleum building. Yeah, it looks like a great old diner in there. Huh. The Wolfer's Diner. Okay. They were saying sometimes you see purple glass blocks, and that's the underground, but I don't see that, and I don't think I want to go looking too much further. We're going to try to move on a little further for the day. So driving down the street here in Havre, Montana. Ooh, cool building. Wow. I wonder if that's like the county courthouse. We've got a fairly new building, it looks like. Well, new on top. Looks like the top is new. 305.
It is a courthouse.
Or at least was.
United States Post Office and courthouse.
Oh, that's cool.
That says historic post office.
Oh, look at that. It's pretty awesome. Shall I go in?
Yeah, maybe you should.
I think I shall. Won't take long. Just a quick stop to check it out. All right, going into the historic. Wow, it's pretty cool. Beautiful rug here. Wow, it's pretty amazing. Business hours. Oh, Notary Public. Wow. Old safe. Restrooms. Oh, look at the old vacuum cleaner. Love the woodwork in here. Looks like they're doing some refurbishing. Some stuff in there. Can't see much. Look at these the offices. That'd be great to have an office there, wouldn't it? Let's just go up and see what's up here. Boy, very, very tall ceilings as we saw down there. Yeah. This is just kind of cool. Look at the old transom windows up there. This is just awesome. Restrooms. Jason Gear Photography. By appointment only. Huh. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I thought as I was walking down, it looked really cool to get a shot from up here. Beautiful building. All right. Yeah, just to get another shot of the building from the outside. United States Post Office and Courthouse. Awesome. Awesome. We are now coming up to Gildford, Montana. And so it's the first one after Havre, and it's a town of 179. Look at all the grain elevators they have here. So apparently they said it's a center for spring wheat, which I'm not really familiar with. I'm familiar with summer and winter wheat. From Oregon, which they did white wheat there. I think they do the red wheat here, and it's dry farming here. So we've been seeing the fallow fields next to the ones that obviously were active this year. The only thing we could really find was that there was a golden grain flour mill here from 1915 to 1951.
On the silos.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got tons and tons of grain storage here. And when I was here in 2009, I found the store, which I think was right here on the left. Doesn't look like the store's there anymore. It doesn't surprise me. It was being run by a woman. She and her husband had just moved here from California. I've only been here one winter.
Oh.
And he had a shop out the back, and I asked her, and she said, well, they said it was a bad winter, and it didn't seem bad to me. So I don't know, maybe they did make it, maybe, but the store didn't. They're still here, or maybe not. Cool building over here, so I want to go check it out. You know, these grain elevators, I don't think that they're operational. Now, if you didn't see it, probably either one or two videos back. Yeah, I don't think any of these are operational now. But one or two videos back, we went through one of these and found grain, and we found parts of the conveyor belts. Yeah, these are all defunct. But
Lots of birds and live traps. and other critters.
Yeah. I just want to say too, it's kind of interesting is, you know, again here we're seeing that, you know, these were built out of wood, and then they're metal clad, which surprises me. I always figured that they were, you know, metal, but look at it's wood all the way up. I mean, yeah, so I guess they put the metal on to protect the wood. Amazing. Gildford's Farmer Co-op. Yeah, so I thought maybe these were all active, but apparently not. This is kind of a cool building. Bank. Oh, is that what it is? It's the bank, yeah. Gildford State Bank. So yeah, I met the woman inside. I'd have a picture of her, I'll show it. But it was really funny to me was when I came out, this guy was waiting to talk to me.
I'm gonna jump out of here.
Carol's gonna take a picture through the window of what, the bank? Yeah, she'll get that.
Look at the little animal openings there.
Oh, yeah. We'll say, that's weird. Yeah, animal openings in the bottom. It's like, what animals? I don't know if you could see them in the bottom of the door there. The two little holes, like for cats or something. Anyway, so the guy was waiting for me outside of the store. And it turned out he was a conductor on the railroad. And he had seen me up the road photographing and wanted to know what I was doing. So got a picture of him and his dog. So, okay. I mean, that's Gildford. Well, the next town here is the town of Hingham. And it started out as just a grain storage and shipping kind of center on the railroad, I guess.
Yeah, for the railroad at the highway.
Which probably wasn't quite as developed as this. And then in 1909, the settlers of the area, I guess, who were working it or whatever.
Homesteaders, yeah.
Homesteaders bought a town relinquishment, which I have no idea what that means. But it allowed them to start a town, and then was it 1913 they incorporated?
1917, but they already had like a hospital, like churches, over 40 businesses.
Yeah, and it's only 130 people now, about 130. Plus or minus, depending whether it's growing or shrinking, because it was 4 years ago, that number was... I love their, you gotta love the water tower though. It's hard to tell if it's even functional anymore because it doesn't have a thing coming down the middle like most of them, but I suppose it could use the
legs.
The legs. Yeah, I always thought that water tower was pretty cool. Yeah, not much here. You know, it has some grain elevators, but they don't look like they're operational. Here we go. We got the fire department and got some old building here that probably was a business at one time. Yeah, can you imagine? There's 130 people now, and they had over 40 businesses here. It's gonna go back by the school. There's some old buildings there. Wow, that place had a basement that was all collapsed. They have a post office.
Post office?
It's kind of interesting looking. What was that school?
The building next to it.
We'll just kind of go this way. We'll zigzag around here a little. There's big potholes. Carol said this is the Prairie pothole area.
They were talking about the topography.
Yeah. We found plenty of potholes in these towns and on some of these dirt roads we've taken. I don't know if we can turn to go in front of the school. We have no data on this, you know, like when it was stopped being operational or anything.
At the back is obviously the gymnasium. You know, it's got that rounded top.
Pretty cool. You know, we stopped a lot of places today, so excuse us for just kind of doing
They're kind of rambling.
The drive-through stuff, but there's just so little in these towns. We don't even know what we're going to find that, you know, setting up the external cameras and doing stuff. But all right, we're on to our next town. That was Hingham, Montana. The Sugar Shack. Look at the car and the diner. It doesn't look like it's operating anymore.
But on the other hand, it could just be open in the summer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's got a Sugar Shack license plate on it.
That's funny.
That is great.
And this is the town of Rudyard. Are we clear here, Carol?
Yes, we are.
It's another town that's about 130 people. And apparently it is a railroad switching area. And they've had a post office since 1910. So it was named after Rudyard Kipling. And probably because of its importance to the switchyard, it was founded by the rail, you know, when the rail came.
It's got a great old
this is a old elevator here, and it's not trying to fool us that it was ever metal. Fortunately, we can't maybe we can get a little better view of it over here. Very muddy here, so I don't want to go too far. Yeah. I mean, that's an old one. It doesn't even have any of its apparatus left.
The theater. Highline Theater.
Oh, yeah, Highline. Remember I said, you know, this is known as the Highline. We went by a Highline motel, but we didn't have the camera on back in Havre.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A lot of these towns with their theaters, the little towns with their theaters, those are the days that they're open and that they show the movies. It's Friday, Saturday.
And I wonder if that was the bank. I think it says bar now on the outside, but it's obviously not functioning as anything particularly.
Look at Indian motorcycle.
Yeah, that's right.
Sign up there.
Yeah, I always thought that was interesting, the Indian motorcycle sign. It was much newer. I don't know if I have a picture of that. If I do.
Vintage Motors. Maybe that's why the sign.
All right, well, okay, that's Rudyard. We're off to our next one.